Hello guys, today we will have a look at the Rollei Lumen series, in this case the bar light, which I have ordered for having a proper lighting solution in the photo studio, when shooting outside, when shooting inside, when doing artificial shoots with a lot of light and contrasts, but also for lighting video like this one at the moment now. So we will have a look at everything what's inside the case when you order it. We will have a look at the craftsmanship, how it's designed. We will have a look at how to operate it, how to control the lights, and we will have a look at how well it works for photo purposes and how well it works for video. First, let's have a look at everything that's included. First, we notice there is a nice soft case for this lamp, which is very nice for carrying around everything. Nothing gets destroyed here. Inside we find the manual, high gloss manual in English, in German, in different languages. We find this cover, which I like to call the Condom, but more to that later. Of course, we find the light bar itself, we find a handlebar, we have two batteries, two battery chargers for mobile working, we have the main connector, and we have enough cables for the chargers and for the main connector itself. The best thing is that when you have inserted the batteries into the lamp, then you can close the soft case still. This is great because you don't want to have to take out the batteries every time just to close the case. Already from that point we see that we have a thought through product here, a product which wants to stand for high quality. Already when just looking at the case, the lamp can be attached in landscape mode or portrait mode. You have a 1/4 inch connector for both settings. If you put it in landscape, you have smoother shadows while you can focus the light when having it in portrait mode. If you don't want to mount it to a tripod, then you can still attach the handlebar and then you can walk around with it outside in the field, for example. From my opinion, when we have a look at the housing, we can see that the plastic, the housing itself, is robust. I can imagine it can fall down without being broken. Another indicator for great quality is how easy pairing with Bluetooth low energy is. I have used the Lumen app on my phone, and before I had to pair something manually, the Lumen app already found the lamps near me via Bluetooth low energy. That was great. I didn't have to find something in the Bluetooth settings, it just worked out of the box. I wish all Bluetooth devices would act so friendly and user-friendly as this Rollei Lightbar does. With this Lumen app you can control everything. You can control the color mode, you can control the white light mode, you can control the hue, you can control the brightness, intensity, saturation, everything you want to. You can use this app to control a group of lights or only single lights from your setup. Everything is inside that app. But you can also control it at the back of the light bar. And here we see we have two knobs to turn and to press to navigate through the menu of this high quality display. And the haptics and the touch and feel of these knobs, they are perfect. You feel when you have pressed it, you feel when you have rolled through the values. On the other hand, on the back side there are two main switches. One to turn it off or to turn it to battery or main mode. And then you have another switch to change the setting from hue light, color light to white temperature controlled light. And to be honest, these two switches do not fit to the rest of this light because they don't give feedback. They are loose inside the housing. For example, when working in the dark, you don't know if the switch has attached to the right position or not, because you don't feel it. This is something Rollei could have done better. It's a pity because everything else looks very high quality on this device, but these two switches, they somehow ruin a few of my percentages of how I love this product. When you don't want to operate the lamp with your smartphone or with the backside display, then you can further on use the DMX ports, which are nice if you have installed these light bars in the studio. Then you can just connect a DMX 512 connection here. Every device has an input and an output, and then you control them via DMX controllers. It's nothing for me, but for 120 euros I wouldn't have expected such a feature in this device. Back to the switch for switching between color and white light. When in color mode, you can control the hue with a 360 degrees value. So you can go 360 steps to pick your color. You can also control the brightness and you can control the saturation, adding more white to the color. When switching to the CCT mode for controlling the white temperature, then you can switch the Kelvin temperatures, and you see an indicator with a symbol here, which indicates if this fits to cloudy, sunny, artificial lights or candlelight. You can also control the brightness and you can also add, increase or decrease the green values. For photo, this is great. I have had a client who asked me if I can photograph bus stops that he designed and which he erected in our city. So to be honest, bus stops, that's nothing that's really very interesting. It's a bus stop. So I had the idea of doing these shots at nighttime in dark surroundings, and then illuminate the bus stops with 2 of these devices. And that was great. I just set up a tripod with these bar lights, and then I went to the camera, had a look at everything, and I adjusted the colors, the brightness from 15 meters away with my smartphone. You can also use it for colorful portraits, for example, or for just lighting the background, as you see in these examples. When it comes to video, then to be honest, I had fear that these devices would make flickering light. But that's not the case. This video you see at the moment, we are using 2 Rollei Lumen bar lights on my left, here and here. Do you see any flickering? I don't. No matter if you're shooting on 25p, 30p or even 60p and with a shutter speed of 50 or 60, there is no flickering. I don't know how they do that. I have seen worse devices. This is just great, you don't have to care about flickering images. When talking about brightness for video, then formerly I have used 4 LED modules, which were quite big. There were cables everywhere, and now I have replaced them with only 2 of these Rollei Lumen bars. And they make a good job. I even had to reduce the brightness because otherwise it would hurt my eye and everything would be much too bright here. So yes, can I recommend them for video? Yes, I love them. Let's go back to that cover which I mentioned before, which I like to call the Condom. This cover is great for traveling with lightweight, because when shooting in the field, when you don't want to take all the equipment, all the cables, the chargers and everything that's included in the soft case with you. You sometimes just want to take the light bar, maybe with a handle, and the best thing is you can already attach the batteries to it. Then you can just insert the whole thing into this cover, you can put it in a trunk, you can take it outside, it is safe from moisture, and you are able to deploy the light bar quickly in the field by just removing the cover. One thing I nearly forgot, these batteries here, they are of the type from Sony NP-F750 or 770. This means that these batteries here, they are often used in lighting. I have other spots which also use this battery format, and I think it's something which is widely adopted, so the chances are high that you might already have some of these batteries lying around. It's a great thing, they have a large capacity, and even when shooting the bus stops I didn't get them low. I don't know how many hours they can run. I was shooting for 4 to 5 hours with breaks in between, of course, when moving from one bus stop to another, but I didn't get them to run low. I still had, I would say, 30% left after that. So this is another plus for these devices. You can find a link to these devices underneath the video and in the first comment, and it's an Amazon affiliate link. This means that I'll earn a commission if you buy that product via my link. Nevertheless, my recommendation for this is honest and sincere, because I didn't get paid by Rollei to tell you something about this device, and I could recommend any other studio lighting equipment as well, but I really love these devices and I just wanted to share my experience with these light bars. So if you liked the video and it gives you an impression on how to operate and how to use this light bar, then I would be very happy if you would give me a subscription, and if you would like my video and follow me for further information on photography and videography things. So see you next time. Bye.